Hey everybody, happy Sunday morning, and I've got a fly in the room, so this could get interesting. Welcome to my sunroom, and I wanted to share with you some of the comments that I got, the many comments I got from my last video sharing my thoughts. So stay with me. Okay, let's have a sip of this. So good. Okay, so I received overwhelming support for my sharing my thoughts video, which was entitled Why I Work So Hard. I uploaded that yesterday. So you can find that if you scroll back into my videos. One person said that, you know, they want to just watch YouTube to escape politics and they don't want to listen to politics. But I have to comment on that because I believe that survival and being able to eat, feed your family, and survive is not political. It's survival. And it goes way beyond politics, what's going on in our world. It's not, it doesn't have to do with this or that. It's completely a whole other thing. And you know, if you just watch mainstream media, you might think it's you know, a political party's fault what's going on, but this has been in the works for 100 years, over 100 years. I mean, all you have to do is look up the Act of 1871, which I didn't know anything about, literally didn't know anything about that until 2 years ago. I mean, I guess I knew it like subliminally because at some point, now I'm old enough to remember when towns and cities became incorporated, but it has to do with that. So I encourage you to look that up and kind of get an idea of how things changed with our Constitution and our government back then, way back then. And it's just been increasing and increasing, and now it's just full on. So from, you know, food plants and being burned and rail cars, just rail cars with fertilizer or very important oils or something like that. I wanted to just say that power outages and our food supply, or lack of it, affects all but about the 1%. It affects all of us. Which leads me to my next point is, what happened to the middle class? People are working 2 or 3 jobs and you just need to get some food in you, and you don't have a ton of money, and you got to get home and get the kids to bed, and you stop for some fast food. I understand that. I mean, we're in a real situation here in our world where people are working 2, 3 jobs. I mean, when are you going to stop to grow a garden? I know it's a crisis. So that's why people who do have the time and the space have to do more, and that's where I'm at. So somebody mentioned the bell curve, and I hadn't even thought of the bell curve, that expression, since I was in school, I think. But she was saying, I guess they graded on the bell curve. So the top 20% got an A, or I don't remember exactly how it worked. But she said she has her to-do list for the day, and she takes the top 20%, and if she gets that done, it's a good day. And that's the way I feel here. If I get the top 10% done, I feel like it's a good day. If you're unable to grow your own food, you don't have space, connect with someone who does. You know, if you're able and they're not, and they have space and you don't, make a connection. There are so many yards. I drive all over. You know, when I gotta go see my mother today. When I go see my mother, I drive all through the country, and I rarely see a garden. We've got to bring victory gardens back. And children are our future. So whether you have any of your own, you have to admit that children are the future of our world, our country, our world. I just heard the other day that Japan, we were fighting in World War II, so powerful, is at risk of becoming no more because they're not having children. So that was a revelation to me. I don't know if you heard that on mainstream media. I don't have a TV, so I don't know what they're saying. But I get my news, elsewhere. You have to look for the truth, So these are my concerns, and I think they're the concerns of most people, because you can't, even if you're in a city and you're not thinking about raising your food, you think there's always going to be food in the market, something will always work out. Okay, look at the gas prices, So that affects everyone. Everyone drives, and it affects everyone. And so, and they're nowhere near being able to put in place the electric cars that everybody's talking about to help the environment. But and no one's talking about, where do those rare earth minerals come from for those batteries? Look that up. We're just not ready. So whether you want that or not, we're not ready. So I just want to say that I really appreciate all the supporting comments. They were overwhelmingly supportive, and many people, it sparked memories of daddy doing this and granddaddy doing that and grandmother doing this, and I loved reading all that because it makes me remember my grandparents. One more thing I wanted to read you. This is a comment. She just found my channel a couple of months ago, and she just had her 80th birthday in April. Started an enclosed raised bed garden last year. I'm not sure what enclosed means. I don't know if she has a hoop house or if each bed is enclosed. I'm not sure. It was successful. And now she's into summer, and she said, I get tired, but I want to inspire her grandsons. She wants to inspire her grandsons to learn about becoming self-sufficient with food and realize that this is very serious. I think that's so important, and I wish I had a 10-year-old grandson to teach and, to shepherd now, but I don't. So, in my California garden, I had those little girls that lived on either side of me, Sophia and I forget the other ones, but they moved away after the first year. Sophia was there the whole time. And I got to watch her grow up, and she kept her interest up for a long time. And I would teach them about the monarch butterfly and seeds and flowers that you could taste. Remember my pineapple guava blossoms? They're the sweetest flowers to eat. Oh, I wish I had a pineapple guava here so bad. I don't know if it would grow here, probably not. She goes on to say that from what she's seen in her life, and she's talking about an 80-year perspective, she knows this is the most shocking deterioration that she's ever seen, from our social system to our borders to our energy independence, our institutions, work ethic, destroying our young people through education. I think everybody knows what all is going on with education now, and freedom of speech, so the list goes on. And so at 80, I'm trying to set the example to my family that we must be able to, and her husband's disabled, so she's doing it, the example to her family that we must be able to feed ourselves and be as self-sufficient as possible. Lots to do, and I pray God will give me the strength and the time to do so to get us ready. And she thanks me, and she said, as I watch you persevere and work hard, it helps me to do all I can, rest and do more. So I hope that's inspiring to you. She has inspired me, and I hope I've inspired you by sharing that story. Anyway, thank you so much for following my channel, allowing me to express myself, which I do very rarely because I just want to keep the story on what I'm doing here. But once in a while, I think it's important to just say, hey, we've got to wake up. If we're not already. It took me a long time. Trust me, it took me a long time. We got to take charge. And I've been saying this since 2012, before we ever knew about all of this crisis. I said when I started, we have to grow our own food, be more sustainable, be kind to Mother Earth, and take back our food security. So I'm so glad you're still following my channel, and I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. I hope to continue to inspire people to do those things. Grow your own food, be more sustainable, be kind to Mother Earth, and to take back our food security. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Where are you? I hear you, but I don't see you.